About 2 years ago in the summer, I was ripsticking with my friends George and Spencer. George was 14 with dark brown hair, freckles, and eyes as blue as ice. Spencer was also 14 and had blue eyes, but he had lighter brown hair. We decided to ripstick to Speedway on a hot day to get refreshed with some Slurpees. Of course, I am the newest one with the ripstick, so I am a lot slower and a lot more clumsy than them. On the way back, I was struggling to keep up, and when I couldn't, I decided to just take it slow and keep at my own pace and meet up with them later. I like going slow. It gave me time to just calm down and relax a little. It almost felt like floating, and you could smell the sweet summer air. All of that went away when I came to the steep hill. It was on a corner, and I decided that that was the time I would try to catch up to my friends. Since I was very inexperienced, I was slowly losing control of the moving object underneath my feet. I was trying to surf on an uneven slab of concrete with waves that flowed from my heels to the balls of my feet. Looking up, there was a big black Jeep parked to the right side just in front of me. As I was trying to regain my balance, I heard something coming at me fast, almost like a jet, and it was a blue truck. I knew that I was bound to fall at some point because regaining my balance clearly wasn't going to happen. Then something I learned from riding horses kicked in. When a horse gets out of control, bail. Why can't it apply to a ripstick? I calculated everything in my mind, finding that if I stayed on the death machine, I would either slam into the parked Jeep face first so that I didn't get hit by the moving car, or I would fall on accident and get ran over by the truck. Then there was a third option. I could bail and avoid hitting both vehicles. I chose to bail. As I jumped off of the contraption, I floated through what felt like water and appeared into my mind in blurry frames of black, green, and gray. Floating on invisible clouds, I was suddenly thrown onto the cold black concrete, which smelled like asphalt. The truck passed by slowly, with people probably laughing inside. I got up and walked over to my ripstick that was about 10 feet to the right of me behind the black parked Jeep, just under the spare tire on the back. My friends, George and Spencer, just happened to look over right when I bailed. Feeling awkward and embarrassed, I started laughing like someone had just given me laughing gas. When I stood up, I was surprised that I hadn't gotten hurt at all from the impact on the cement. Getting up, it felt like nothing had happened except for the embarrassment that flooded through me. I picked up my ripstick and walked over to my friends who were waiting for me, all hunched over from laughing. George told me that it looked like I did a flip, but Spencer said that it just looked like I collapsed. I wasn't going to get back on that ripstick because of what had just happened, and also because we had to go uphill to get home. While we were walking, George suddenly made a sound of disgust and grimaced. "What?" I asked, turning my head towards him. "Are you okay?" he replied with a look of surprise. Yeah, why?" "Your legs, look at them. It's disgusting." I looked down at my left leg and saw the raw crater that was left in my flesh from the collapse. "Oh, wow. I never even felt it," I said, a little disgusted myself. "Did you even see your toe?" George muttered. My left little toe was gushing blood, and I was surprised that I wasn't dizzy from the blood loss yet. He saw me look at my toe and said, "No, the other one," and pointed towards my right big toe. About 3 millimeters of my skin was burnt off. What scared me was that there was a white hard substance that was showing through my toe, and when I touched it, it was numb. When George and I got back to his house, his mother and uncle disinfected my gory wounds and bandaged me up. For a huge part of my summer, I had to be careful not to hurt myself again because I was covered with scabs and scars that made it look like I had been burnt. I couldn't do a lot of the things that I wanted to during the summer, including training for cross country. Overall, I'm glad that it happened because I learned I can't control everything. I shouldn't rush things unless I am positive that I am fully in control. If I am not in control and rush things, I will end up hurt in the end.